Welcome to Heidi Relationships. Today, we'll read some more stories from Reddit. But before we start, I would really appreciate if you could subscribe to the channel, like the video if you enjoyed it, and maybe leave a comment down below. That would help the channel a lot. Thank you very much in advance.
The first one is titled, About to Get Married and Have a Baby, and then I found disturbing texts on her phone. Me, 39 meters, and my fiancé, 30F, have been dating for 2 years and have lived together for a year and a half. I proposed to her on May 12, 2021. We met on Match.com and life was amazing, starting with our first date. After dating for 6 months, we moved into a brand new apartment to start an amazing life with 2 very sweet kitties. Her family and my family are awesome and get along well. Everyone was pumped for the wedding. I work in college education, and she is studying for her registered nursing exam. We were ready to have a baby by 2023, and the parents couldn't be any happier for us. We have already visited multiple wedding venues in multiple cities and decided that we were ready for this and a baby. In fact, we started purchasing baby clothes and teething toys in anticipation. Here's where things get tricky. At the beginning of our relationship, we decided not to have kids and I was cool with it. She wanted to finish school, get a job, and then we would vacation. However, as this second year passed, she changed her mind and did want to have a baby, and I said if that's what she wanted, I'm down for it. She secretly took this type of answer to mean I really didn't want kids. But after that statement, I did participate in the baby clothes and toys purchases, and I would even comment on how her friends' babies were cute and such. All indicators that I am down for a future dad bod with a hot mom. I thought we were on track with our future plans. I was wrong. My fiancé doesn't participate in any social media and isn't addicted to her phone like a lot of people are, myself included. I admired this about her. But at the end of nursing school, I noticed she was using her phone more to text. More than ever actually. She told me it was other nursing students, and they were all preparing for nursing exams. That's cool with me. However, I noticed she started laughing and smiling at her phone a lot. She also started mentioning a guy's name to me and to her family. I caught these 2 red flags immediately but kept it to myself because I thought I was just being jealous. June 19th was D-Day. She left to work and forgot her cell phone. Using those 2 red flags as justification to check her phone, I found messages confirming my worst nightmare. My best friend and partner in crime was sleeping with the guy from her class. My heart sank and broke. I drove to her work, called her out to the parking lot and told her I wouldn't be there when she returned. She immediately left work and followed me home and tried to stop me from packing my things. I had to call her family to pull her off of me. She's been reaching out to me, and she is a mess. She can barely talk without crying. I told her she's only asking for forgiveness because she got caught, and she stated that she did want to tell me, but the other guy didn't want me to know because he has 3 kids and didn't want me to mess up his life somehow. My question is this. She seems extremely remorseful, but do you believe she wanted to tell me? She says she didn't feel like we were on the same page with the wedding and the kids, but I'm pretty sure I showed that we were on the same page. Her family is making excuses for her behavior so that I will come back, but I don't know. What would you do? A user in the comments said, so, not being on the same page, if that's what was even happening, gave her an excuse to cheat? Yeah, no, when you're not on the same page, you either 1. Talk about it to resolve, or 2. Break up. Nowhere in there is a third option to cheat. She made a series of decisions over a period of time. She had several opportunities to stop herself, and to come clean. But she didn't. She screams of insecurity and not knowing what she wants. In a year, she flips-flopped on wanting kids, which is not unusual, but it's not a decision to take lightly. She's 30. She has many years left before her clock runs out, and I suspect she doesn't know how she really feels about it and is fighting the biological pull. I'm 37F, child-free, and have experienced all of this when making my decision, but I never cheated. And what better justification to use for betraying your partner than this one? She failed the wife test. Dating is where you get to test drive someone before committing to a life with them. She has shown you she's incapable of communicating, honesty, and being trustworthy. None of this is marriage material, so unless you want to be divorced in a few years with kids to support that you may not have even wanted, I recommend sticking to your guns and walking. It sucks. It hurts. It's not what any BS wants, but there's enough of us on here to support that reconciling when you have no kids, no marriage is just not worth what's to come. Another user said, was she crying when she was having intercourse with this guy? Probably not. She wasn't thinking of you when she took those many steps to cheat and at any point could have walked away. She chose not to. Her family making excuses. What if you were the cheater? She couldn't be faithful to you while you're engaged, why would she be in a marriage? It's extremely hard to get BK the trust that she shattered in you. Move on and don't allow this kind of person in your life. If she was having issues, then she is an adult who could have come to you and had an open and honest conversation with you. Instead she chose to have sex with another man. She doesn't sound mature enough to have a child or marriage. The next one is titled, Update. How do I deal with a didn't see it coming situation? I know that not a single one of you supported reconciliation, but I did speak to her via the phone because I needed to know it wasn't my fault, even though I knew it wasn't my fault. I wanted her to say it. The last post had 311 comments and we're all in this together now. Here's what I learned. Not all of it is new, but connecting the dots is new. My former fiancé has communications issues with her mom who suffers from bipolar disorder. As a child and as an adult, a primary source of love for her has been unreliable in the communication my fiancé needed to feel love and safety from her mother. So, my former fiancé abandoned the mother-daughter ship several times. Her ability to communicate her needs wasn't being developed because of this back and forth, inconsistent relationship with her mom. Now, how did this affect our relationship? My former fiancé says she projected her negative feelings about communication onto me since I became a primary source of love, and as things got more serious, wedding and baby planning, she abandoned ship by cheating. Yes, I know, it doesn't justify the cheating, but at least I know she was at fault for not fixing her communication issues years ago. She said this a relationship issue for her. This is the reason she wants couples therapy. Now check this out. Her and I co-lease a very nice luxury apartment. I'm not flexing, just letting you know what's at stake. I worked hard for this apartment, and I put down lots of deposits and fees to get us in there. I pay all the bills and she only pay her half of the rent. I moved out because I was so upset. I now stay 45 minutes away from my work and it's a two-way drive every day. If she messed up, why does she get to stay there? That's my place too and I deserve it. But how do I deal with a joint lease? She says she desperately wants me back. Cue the comments about me being used for cash. She's willing to do whatever it takes, including me being the relationship police, setting the rules, and sleeping on the couch. She wants to start couples therapy, paid for her by her brother, starting this weekend. Here's some more interesting tidbits that may cause you to spit out your coffee. This is the best relationship she has ever had. She has never depended on a man, except for me. She doesn't love me as much as she used to but wants to. She is nervous about sleeping in the same bed. My ability to speak and make points clearly makes her think I am up to something. She has feelings for AP, like a friend. So, the last post had 0 supporters for sticking through this. How many naysayers do I still have? In my close group of personal friends, only 2 have supported getting back together. The next one is titled, Woman I, 28M, was dating, lied about being separated from her husband. We started casually going out 5 months ago. I, 28M, deliver stuff to her office all the time, so we saw each other often before pandemic. Already knew she was married but said she and her husband were planning to divorce and already made the decision to legally separate. Thinking back now, IDK why I trusted her word. But she decided to end things over a month ago, which I was fine with. Then I learned why through a coworker's friend who works in a different department than her. She's still full on ducking married, and not only that, but they also just announced she's pregnant. I was losing my mind, then tried contacting her to meet up. At least she had the decency to do me that one thing. She apologized for lying about it, that she just wanted something new outside her marriage, but then her feelings for me got deeper. She didn't expect our relationship to last so long, only a few casual hookups. The fact that we lasted longer made her feel guilty about cheating on him. Then I asked the obvious question. If she knows who the father is. She doesn't. The times she was with me and the times she was with her husband are too close together to tell. And she's begging me not to say anything because it'll break his heart, and to look at it in a different way. If I am the father, then at least I won't be responsible for the baby. I asked her if she seriously thinks I'd be fine with knowing I possibly have a kid out there that someone else is being tricked into raising. Our convo didn't get us anywhere. She asked me to please think about it, so that's where I'm at. This is a situation I never thought I'd be in, and I have no clue how to handle it. This could be my kid we're talking about here, and she's asking me to just walk away. It could also duck up her marriage, I know that, and the baby could even be his after all. How do I deal here? A user in the comments said, contact the husband and let him know that you were lied to, and that she was cheating on him. Provide evidence if possible. Let him know he may not be the father. Do not try to protect her reputation. She is the one who destroyed it along with her marriage by cheating. Talk with a family lawyer to find out your rights, responsibilities, and to get a prenatal paternity test. This way, if it is your child, you can be involved from the beginning. If not your child, then you can get away from this situation. Another user said, if she actually cared about her marriage or her husband, she won't be having casual hookups or affairs. So, it's not on you, it's on her. Only her fault because she lied about separating from husband. I don't know if you care or not, but the husband deserves to know how much his wife actually cares to first cheat and then even trying to set up him as a father to a child that may not even be his. The next one is titled, Update. Woman I, 28M, was dating, lied about being separated from her husband. It's mine. Just got the confirmation yesterday morning. Her baby is mine, so that means I'm going to be a dad. Backing up a little here, I managed to find her husband's Facebook account. Trust me, I struggled with what to even say. Like, what were the right words to say that were going to make this guy's whole life implode? Tried to keep it short but direct. He replied to an hour later to ask if we could meet in person. I thought he was going to kill me, so agreed to do it at a park. Somewhere public with witnesses. He looked really upset but like he was trying to be neutral. I said my piece, how it started. I thought she was separated and in the middle of getting a divorce. When she ended it, then my suspicion that her baby could be mine. Seriously, I'm impressed with how those dudes kept it together because I'm the one who felt like crap. Asked him if he wanted to see any texts as proof, but he told me no. He suspected for a long time but didn't want to believe it until now. He was going to talk to her that night, and for the millionth time I told him how sorry I was for this. He just said thanks for letting him know, and if it's mine, the baby, then I have every right to be in their life, so he won't stop me. He's leaving her. Because of that, she agreed to a paternity test since it's all out there anyways, but he said whether or not the baby is his, they're still over. I'm really glad I said something though. I ducked up his life but at least did the responsible thing telling him. A bit of ducked up news though. She came to me day before yesterday all upset over what's going on because he's left their place and filing for divorce. Maybe I just have low respect for myself, but I heard her out and let her say what she needed to. Mostly because I had stuff I needed to tell her too. Like calling her ducking cheating witch, and she had no right trying to keep this news away from me just to protect her marriage. Sometime during our talk, for literally no reason, we kissed. There was already a bunch of other confusing stuff going through my mind. I don't know why I did this. For a minute I just wanted to say duck everything and forget. We had sex, but as soon as it was done I knew I ducked up. Lost respect for myself too. So told her that's never going to happen again, and there will be nothing between us except child support and custody arrangements if that baby is mine. She apologized for also letting stuff go that far, and it's just her feelings for me got the best of her. Don't think she actually has any feelings. But whatever, I'm not going to be an idiot and do that with her ever again. Not gonna let me get played by her anymore, that's for sure. Nothing like finding out you were in love with someone by getting your heart ripped out by them. That doesn't mean I'm gonna let myself be anything with her. Not after all the ducked up crap she's done. Now that I know for a fact that her baby is mine, looks like I'm stuck with her for life. Think therapy is gonna be my next step to process everything, then learns how to not let what's going on in my mind affect how I'll be a father to my child and co-parent with her. For now, I'm looking up some lawyers to make sure I'm the one recognized as the father legally. I know the husband says he won't stand in the way or want to be responsible for someone else's kid, but I need to make sure I have someone looking out for my own interests while I navigate this. Thank you for the push. I needed to be honest with the dude. I'm glad I did in the end, and now I can be there for my child. Have a little less than 5 months to get ready. It's a ducked up situation, not happy with who I'll have to deal with, but with knowing I'm gonna be a father and soon there'll be a baby who's gonna be a big part of my life. Well, it's hard not to also feel happy about that. The next one is titled, My 39F partner of 4 years 50M is not physically attracted to me but says it doesn't matter because he's attracted to my personality. We've been together 4 years, I've always felt it, but he's always denied it, so I tried to believe. It subtly or not so subtly affects everything of a sexual nature, though he denies this. We only have sex with him behind me, he barely touches me, he rarely orgasms, he's mainly interested in me giving oral sex, though he has never come from that but just wants it to go on indefinitely. He talks about all the things he wants to do kink-wise but has no follow-through even when I enthusiastically try to plan it. I could go on. Yet he says he is attracted to me based on my personality, so it doesn't matter and doesn't affect anything. I disagree, but he acts like I'm being completely unreasonable and just have an unfounded negative mindset. He thinks it shouldn't matter to me or affect my self-esteem, body image at all because I know I'm not a supermodel. I'm within a healthy weight and go to the gym several times a week, so am somewhat toned, fit. Some have called me beautiful. Some have called me plain. He says plain is close enough and there's no point hurting me with the truth about my face. A user in the comments said, my gosh, you're still so young, you don't deserve to feel like this in any sort of intimate relationship. It's never too late to have a partner who makes you feel desired and literally worships you like a goddess. It's only been 4 years, I'd cut my losses and wouldn't turn back. Love is important in a relationship, but love is not enough. If sex is important to you, then it's that simple, don't let anyone else tell you to settle for this. Another user said, it kinda sounds like maybe he's somewhat impotent and blames it on you? I could be way off though. He's in butthole regardless, and you should dump him. Physical attraction is really important in a romantic, sexual relationship. And he doesn't sound like a prize himself. The next one is titled, Update. My 39F partner, 50M, isn't physically attracted to me but says it's okay because he's attracted to my personality. I thought I'd update because a few people urged me to break up with him, but I didn't want to overreact and ruin things for no reason. He broke up with me because my no longer being body confident was frustrating for him. It ruined certain sexual things because of my lack of confidence in myself affecting how I acted. So yeah, I didn't break up with him but still ruined things enough that he broke up with me. We'll see how things in the coming years go, but right now I'm so sad and ashamed I can't imagine ever being with another man. I just feel so gross. This is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the relationship stories. Please don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like the video and write a comment. I really appreciate your support and it helps my channel so much. Thank you.